Hi, I'm Dr. Lydia Knudsen, developer of Axial Stability Method, an emerging chiropractic approach to human biomechanics. If you haven't watched ASM in Practice for Children Part 1, I suggest you start there. One of the most important things infants are doing as they move through these early reflexive milestones is they are building their sensorimotor system. So what's that? What's the sensorimotor system? The sensory system is the part of the nervous system that we use to get information about our environment. We see, hear, touch, smell, taste. Those are the 5 senses you all know about. And then there are 2 other, less conscious senses that are even more important. Our balance system in the inner ear, the vestibular system, that lets us know at all times where our head is in relation to gravity. And if you've ever been dizzy, you know how disabling it is when that system goes offline. Okay, then the second unconscious system is our proprioceptive system. That's a big word, but it's perhaps the most beautiful of all the senses. It is our ability to know where we are, every single body part, even with our eyes closed. It's what allows me to do this. Try it. You can learn to do it too. So, a baby's curiosity and eagerness to explore their world is powered by their need to develop their sensory system through having sensory experiences. And this sensory exploration is tightly linked to movement. The motor system, the movement system driven by reflexes, develops as the infant uses their body. The brain builds maps, linking sensory and motor experiences. These maps include a subconscious awareness of the weight and length of each of our body parts. This awareness is called the body scheme. My body scheme is what allows me to do this. So pretty early on, we learn where our nose and ears are. But to understand the world beyond our reach, our kinesthetically constructed sensory maps must be scaled up. If I know my arm is this long, then I know that that toy over there is 3 arm lengths away. Building our proprioceptive maps, our conscious ability to know where all our body parts are without looking at them, is how we know ourselves as a 3-dimensional structure and how our 3-dimensional structure fits into our 3-dimensional world. As children grow, they must update their body scheme maps because the distances change. A growth spurt, particularly, can lead to temporary clumsiness as the brain is updating the new weight and length of the growing body part. A little more about the visual and auditory systems. They're very special. Our visual and auditory worlds are constructed. We are not born seeing or being able to locate a bird singing outside our window. By moving towards and reaching to touch objects, we learn how what we see and hear is related to us. We build visual and auditory maps based on experience. The more moving, reaching, and touching a child does, the more integrated their vision and hearing. So let's talk about integration. Sensory integration. Integration is an important part of sensory processing. We take in all this sensory data. The brain processes that data by paying attention to the stuff that's useful and screening out everything else. And based on this information, we take safe, efficient action. Unless something goes wrong, we're blissfully unaware of all this complicated brain activity because it happens below the conscious level. For instance, when you head to the kitchen looking for a snack, you don't think much about getting up off the couch, stepping over the dog gate, walking down the hallway and opening the fridge. You're thinking about what delicious thing you're going to eat. This unconscious movement is what makes life so much fun. But an enormous part of brain function is spent just moving safely and efficiently from the couch to the fridge. We have brains because we move. If we didn't move, we wouldn't have a brain. And this brain must be built in infancy and childhood. So sensory motor processing has 3 parts. Sensory information in, processing that information into useful, coherent data, then accurate motor output to achieve our desired action. In this way, the integration of the sensorimotor system is what allows for seamless, elegant, spontaneous movement all the way from the couch to the fridge. And it is upon the neural network scaffolding of the sensorimotor system that our feeling, thinking, and future learning are built. So check out the next video to learn about what happens when this development gets derailed.